They were first up in the mountains along the border with Afghanistan. Then they took over the Swat Valley. And now Pakistan's Taliban seem to be advancing to the heartland of the country with little resistance facing them. These exclusive pictures, aired by Al Jazeera last week, are proof that these militants are already well established in Bunair. Their fighters patrolling the villages and towns of this district, about 4 hours' drive from the capital. After cutting the controversial deal that resulted in their interpretation of Islamic law being imposed in the Swat Valley, Pakistan's Taliban are vowing to push for their version of Sharia to become the law of the land. The US has denounced the deal, accusing Islamabad of failing the people and allowing the Taliban to step into the legal vacuum.
I think that the Pakistani government is basically abdicating to the Taliban and to the extremists. But look at why this is happening. If you talk to people in Pakistan, especially in the ungoverned territories, which are increasing in number, they don't believe the state has a judiciary system that works.
Islamabad refuted the claims it was not in control.
Agreements are made so that both sides are bound by it. We have a minimum understanding, and that needs to be adhered to. Our agreement was that there will be peace in Swat, and in return, we will give them speedy justice.
But perhaps even more alarming for Pakistanis are the words of Fazlur Rahman, the leader of Jamaat Ulama Islam, one of the religious parties in parliament.
If the Taliban continue to move at this pace, they will soon be knocking at the door of Islamabad.
This only confirms the wider apprehensions held by the people in Pakistan, because these were the guys who were behind the Taliban movement back in the mid-90s.
Such warnings serve to increase the atmosphere of uncertainty here. Islamabad has been put on high alert for several weeks now. Certainly there is more visible presence of security forces on the streets. Potential targets like hotels and embassies have been cordoned off. But many here say that the Taliban have already proven that they have a presence not only in the capital, but in other major cities across the country. Many fear that it's already too late to reverse the tide of what they call the Talibanization of Pakistan.
I think we are amongst the silent majority, so everybody's got a concern. I mean, of course we are scared that, you can't frequently roam around in the markets the way we used to. Islamabad used to be a very peaceful city. Policing here was just a community policing, not anymore. People are really scared.
I believe that the government is not taking this issue that much seriously, while the man at street is really concerned about this.
With growing criticism of the merits of the government's direction so far, many are now asking, when will the military step in? For Abdul Hamid, Al Jazeera, Islamabad.